After much waiting and controversies, Pokémon Sword and Shield finally kicks off the 8th generation of GameFreak's massively popular franchise on Nintendo Switch. There's a new region to explore, new Pokémon to capture, new gym leaders to fight, and Pokémon to Gigantamax. Here are a few tips and tricks to help you out on your journey. CAVALRY'S here. Though Pokémon Sword and Shield shouldn't push you to the limit all of the time, there will be some battles, like the Max Raids, where you'll need help. As such, it's possible to call in backup and have a friend jump in to help out. Just remember that if your friend has a stronger Pokémon, let them Gigantamax it during the fight, since only one can be active on your side at a time and the overall battle has a turn limit. Mewgenics. Mew was initially the toughest Pokémon to unlock in Pokémon Red and Blue, but the process to get it in Sword and Shield is more straightforward. First, you need to have unlocked Mew in Pokémon Let's Go via the mystery gift option. You'll need a Pokéball Plus accessory for the same. Once that's done, connect the Pokéball Plus to Pokémon Sword and Shield, choose the mystery gift option, and voila! Mew is available for you. Is this a step up from all the crazy glitches in the 90s? Well, we'll let you decide on that. Strong-looking Pokémon. From the outset, you might be tempted to wander around in the wild area and catch Pokémon willy-nilly. However, you'll find that certain Pokémon are described as strong-looking. They're openly roaming and higher in level than any of your current Pokémon. Capturing them isn't possible, you need gym badges to be allowed to capture them, and you can defeat them and get some XP for your team. Just be careful because some strong-looking Pokémon will massively outlevel your own and appear more commonly in the wild areas as you progress through the game. Inactive den farming. When traversing the wild areas, you might have noticed some glowing beams. These are dens, which serve as battlegrounds against Gigantamax Pokémon. However, if a den isn't glowing, you can still interact with it to earn watts. Watts are a currency used in the wild area with certain vendors, and going to inactive dens will net 50 of them. So even if a raid isn't available, keep scouring the area for dens and get those watts. Perfectly balanced. Much like in previous Pokémon titles, you're not going to want to evolve or even narrowly focus on every Pokémon captured in the early game. Instead, look to create a balanced team, especially one that can cover for your starter's weaknesses. Explore the areas around you and experiment with capturing all kinds of Pokémon. Evolutions for nearly every Pokémon will crop up down the line, so don't worry about putting all your resources and energy into evolving your own from the outset. It's elementary, but still worth remembering, especially for new players. Minting nature. In the late game, you'll have the ability to change a Pokémon's nature with nature mints. Each mint has its own unique name but will essentially boost one stat while lowering another, with the serious mint making all stats equal. After completing the main story, go to the battle tower in Windon and select 3 Pokémon to battle with inside. Every win grants 3 battle points and you can purchase a mint with 50 BP from the vendor. Set battles. If you want to up the challenge a bit, look into changing the game's battle style. Instead of switch, which asks if you want to change a Pokémon once the opponent has fainted, go with set. This will keep your Pokémon in the fight and force you to deal with potential counters, having to switch without the relative safety provided, and so on. Pokejobs. Want to level some Pokémon on the side without having them in every single battle, especially if they're too weak and you're not in the mood for strong-looking Pokémon fights? Try sending them on Pokejobs. Go to the Pokémon Center and access the Rotomi for a set of jobs. Look at the one that best suits your Pokémon and send them off. Completing the job will net some XP, and as more jobs are completed, you'll get more items as well. When a Pokémon has completed a job, you'll be notified of the same, so head back to the Pokémon Center to pick them up. Respawning items. The wild area will be overwhelming, especially at the start, but it has its perks. If you see something sparkling, walk up and interact with it to get Pokéballs, or even items that can fetch a pretty penny. These items will respawn, so don't be afraid to chart a farming route and just explore the wild area in the midst of other activities. Also note that leftovers can be found while exploring, which provide a nice held item for early going. Berry good. Cooking curry is a pretty important activity since it can increase your bond with the Pokémon and bestow different benefits. Curry is made with berries, yes, seriously, and special ingredients. The latter is abundantly found in the wild area. Berries are found in random places, but there's a certain technique to nabbing them from trees. Be careful of shaking the tree too much though, since it can cause the Pokémon to attack. Instead, look for the intervals between shakes and grab the berries in those moments. And that wraps it up. If you like what we're doing, please consider subscribing to our channel. We upload new videos daily. Also, don't forget to switch on the bell notification icon, that way you don't miss out on any of our videos.